Oh, baby.
We stopped doing the little moan during the cuddle
Yeah, I know.
because it makes like a really fucking awkward noise.
Real sex scene for the Spotify listeners out there.
It's just muffled and yeah, it's like cheap porn though.
Yeah.
It's not the good stuff. It's like, amateur.
Yeah.
Like,
Just not a good time for Spotify listeners. But
Yeah.
for YouTubers, it's a good hug.
you know
it's
what's
a
going
good
on.
hug.
We know what's going on.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Split Shift podcast, where we cut through the bullshit and the noise of the fitness industry. My name is Dan.
My name's Jamie, and we're chipping away at this fucking chessboard. No pun intended. We've got a few broken pieces, but we're doing pretty well. And we have a couple of things to say today for a change. Pretty sure I've already introed like that before, but
That's crazy.
we have a couple of things that are important to you, important to us. Just a couple of opinions on a couple of things.
I like
That we've looked at.
Yeah, I love these polarizing opinions because I don't know if they're actually polarizing or not. But
I really think
they sound polarizing.
You could be polarized.
You can choose to be polarized.
You could choose to agree or disagree, and I guess that's polarizing.
Yeah,
Like you're on one side of the fence or the other. Or you could be open to both.
exactly.
You could swing a little bit either way.
It's Switzerland, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you can swing either way like Dan.
Switzerland, baby. Is it my turn? My turn. Whose turn? But actually, before I kick this off,
I'm not sure.
who the fuck is going
I am
on this chessboard?
genuinely not sure.
Spotify listeners, cut at least, click the 30-second timer. It's
actually
going to take
should.
a while.
Yeah. I don't know.
Should I just go?
Well, not if it's my go. Because that's critical decision. Like we're at a critical point.
It's not really going to change much. I am not a high elo chess player. Let's be real.
Oh, well, look. Let's start the episode.
Let's start the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, we got some
Wait, no,
oxygen.
actually, if you are going to make the next move, if it is you, then you should probably do it now because that way I can make a move while you're chatting shit.
Shit or not, I don't think it's me. I actually don't think it's me. I'm pretty sure I moved something around last one, and that's all I remember. But I think I was last. Anyway.
Okay, leave it with me.
Polarizing opinion. So we got our OxyShred Cali Cola.
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It tastes like Coke.
Yeah, Chubba Chup. Do you get Chubba Chup vibes?
It tastes like
Cola Chubba Chup.
No, this is going to sound like a bad thing, but we should really get into this episode. It's going to sound like a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it tastes a little bit like that sort of LA ice cola.
Yeah, dude. OG, yeah.
No, just like that
99 cents.
99 cent a fucking 2-liter bottle. You see that dude sipping it at the bus stop
That tastes.
from the bottle.
That's like nostalgic for like video game 11-year-old Dan. What a time. Anyway, I got a polarizing opinion. Should probably do this, right?
We'll tell them cut to 4 minutes. Cut to 4 minutes. That's where we start.
Boom. My polarizing opinion. Jimbo, you're in.
Okay, I'm ready.
If you can't stick to it during busy seasons, it's not a sustainable system. It's a holiday hobby. Fuck, I'm going to do that again. If you can't stick to it during busy seasons, it's not a sustainable system. It's a holiday hobby.
Nice.
All right, let's break this one down.
Go on then.
Here is the problems of things like when it's something that's an unsustainable system. Well, let's think of it when it's not sustainable at all. It is kind of goes in waves. You've got the high motivation, you've got the high drive, you're doing things, and a lot of times, when shit gets rough, shit gets really busy, things start to fall on the wayside. Your standard drops. Maybe it was unrealistic to start with. Things just isn't working, not on your good days, but on your bad days, because back to the famous quote by James Clear, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. What are your systems? It's the things that you keep doing, that you show up to, that's non-negotiable, that's on your good days and bad days. Now, the problem with this is when people stick to systems during the downtime, when it's holiday, it's work's not as busy, it's probably the start of the year where they got the motivation boost and stuff like that. And it's all really well and fine, because think of it, it's like you're working with a current that is a nice, slow, cruisy. You're on a fucking donut, going downstream, and it's nice and warm water. That's where you're at. And until you hit the fucking whitewater rapids, that's where shit gets rough.
Yeah.
And that's where life actually hits you. Working hits the pump. You got deadlines. You have kids events. You got the kids' school play, whatever it may be. End of financial year, if you're in finance, whatever it may be for your work. Shit gets hard. Can't do it. It's over. I'll come back to it later. I'll do it when I have more commitment or stuff along the lines of that. This is pretty much a holiday hobby. You can only do it when it's really, really good. So another analogy that I want to run by with you is think of it as like I always love using car analogies because you are moving forward with your fitness and health goals. You know, it's going to really benefit you, right? But think of it as like if you're buying a car and the only time you can drive this car is when the weather and the roads are perfect. It's the only time you can drive that car. You bought a car, but you can only drive it there. When it's shit weather, nah, can't do it. If it's a little bumps on the road, you know, a bit of potholes, not good, not going to do it. That's pretty much how people approach fitness and health in their space in this life. They don't treat it with a framework that makes them work on their good days and bad days. Now, we need to address this and see how do we look at it to more of the sustainable route, look into more of the lifestyle behind it. The first one is setting minimum standards. Now, if you're stuck in this cycle of I will only be able to commit to things where I can do this, I can commit to this part of my life on my good days, or when there's work isn't as busy. Probably chances are that your standards are a little too high. Your expectations are probably a little bit too high. So set minimum standards. Think of it as what we speak about, Jimbo and I. We speak so much about what can you show up on and do 100% on your worst days, your worst weeks. That is your minimum standard. Go back to that quote I said before. It's not rising to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. What is that minimum standard? So you're going to have great weeks, and think of it as like anything you do above these minimum standards, like a bonus, it's like cherries on top, right? But you've got to have that cake. You've got to have that foundation there that you can say, if I want to do more, you can do more. Unreal. But for as long as I can make sure I'm hitting my minimum standard, no matter what, that's the win then. Now, when we achieve minimum standards, what's the best thing about this is that this naturally changes over time. Your standard that's going to become your new normal. The incentive isn't there. It's like, this is what I do. What am I going to do next? That might have been 2 gym sessions. I might be able to do 3 now. Instead of going for 4,000 steps a day, I can do 7,000. I can go for longer walks because I have more capacity to do it. That is where you want to build on that minimum standard, but you have to be really crystal clear to say, where is that standard? Next one, making sure your system is flexible. As we always talk about this, fitness and health is not super black and white. It's ever changed. It's like that current, like I mentioned before. There's going to be really cruisy days. There's going to be really rough days. Same thing with fitness and health. Depending on time of year, stuff like that, you may need to adjust to a bit of flexibility to accommodate things that you value, maybe at different times of the year, or just then when things come up. When work gets busy, you may have to accommodate that. You got to be flexible with certain things in your life. Fitness and health may be one of them. If you value obviously family, or if you value your social life, you have events coming on, stuff like that, you may put your energy into that. That's fine. But you got to be flexible enough to be able to make sure you're adhering to a system when your fitness and health that you can continually show up to. So you're not setting yourself up for failure. Another one that we always talk about is shifting the identity. It's a massive one. It's probably one of the biggest ones out there. Is stop thinking that you have to be someone I can only be consistent when it's not busy. I'm only that person that can be consistent when work isn't as crazy, or the kids, don't piss me off or whatever it may be. But shifting that identity. So shifting it towards someone who is able to stay adherent no matter when and however you do that. Or someone that can be able to show up on their good days and bad days. Or even just someone like I'm someone that just continues to show up. Someone lines of that. So aligning your identity where you can accommodate that flexibility so you're always celebrating the wins. And the last one is be forward planning. Plan for ahead of time. Okay, you could dictate what the plan is going to look like, or what's going to be looking like ahead of time, give or take, at least a month or over the next coming months, depending on time of year. Just plan ahead for that. Have a strategy, a tentative plan in mind where you know what you can fall back on that you can make adjustments for. So don't be the holiday planner guy or the holiday fitness and health guy. That's my polarizing opinion.
Very important. So that's going to be my voice today.
Yeah.
This is what's actually going to happen.
So
Strap in, it's going to be a bumpy ass ride. Speaking of bumpy rides, very valid point. I definitely agree. It's what was the first part of that statement as well?
it is
Something about being a holiday planner.
it is get back to it. Can't stick to it during busy seasons. So it's not a sustainable system. It's a holiday hobby.
Oh yes, can't stick to it during busy seasons. Yes, yeah, that's temporary. Like again, you speak about this often. If it is something that you're trying to do for an event, that's fine. But if this is something I want to achieve these results that I'm pursuing right now, if I want to achieve these results and keep them for a lifetime, how the fuck are you going to do that if you can't do it when life gets hard? And I like the car analogies. I was thinking of one, and the holiday little twist at the end there was cool because I would say somebody that's doing that would be similar to somebody that has packed a bikini, like they go on holidays. You packed your bikini, you packed your swimmers, and then this is your life now. You're on holidays, it's fucking great. But those clothes you've packed for that occasion they're not going to be appropriate for when it's cold and windy and you're at work. For many reasons. First of all, discomfort. Second of all, you may get a lot of comments if you're wearing your bikini at fucking the office. It may not go down well with HR. So you need to have different fucking suitcases or different pieces of luggage for different scenarios. So making sure that you are prepped and you have this plan. I would say plan A for when shit's awesome, I can go up to this level, that's great. When shit is great, I can do extra. You know, I might get an extra gym session. I might do X, Y, Z and really push it. When life's hectic, I open my briefcase or suitcase, which is hectic life bag. Bang. That might be, okay, I'm going for a walk each day. That's it. You know, and I'm just going to have my prepped food. I just make sure I prep all my food for a full week this week on Sunday. Instead of doing cooking every day, having that flexibility, I might just eat the same shit every day for when life's hectic because I need to take that thought process out of it. You need to have a bag of luggage ready for every different place that you're going. Typically, most people might only need 1 or 2, maybe 3 for regular day, great day, and shit week. But make sure that you are future projecting and understanding that shit week is going to happen regardless. How are we going to handle that to make sure that we don't go to zero? Your non-negotiable habits are going to dictate your future results. So making sure that you have a plan for when it's shit. Great fucking point.
No, absolutely.
That's the end of the episode. Thanks for tuning in. Nah, kidding. I got one.
You got one.
I got one.
You got one. Give it to me, mate. Give it to me.
But yeah, I like that. I think that's quite important.
Very, very important.
Very
Because bottom line is that we want to make sure that you have these contingent steps so you don't fall back to just doing nothing and starting up again in 3 to 6 months. You know, you want to break that cycle. You got to have these things in motion. You have that steps in place. Jimbo.
Correct. Again, Darnell. Once again, it's fucking hard. It's hard.
It's hard being
just being the 2 fucking smartest cunts that you know. Like,
so
you think you guys probably watch this thinking, oh, it's super cool, they're so smart. But it's actually a curse.
It really is.
Like,
the weight on my shoulders is really weighing me down.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, you could slice this sarcasm with a knife. It's crazy. That's how thick it is. All right. Well, anyway.
Be sarcastic.
Sarcastic? No, I'm sarcastic.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
It's Italian for psychic.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, again, another smart dude thing. So
Bene.
what?
Bene? Bene.
Like the pasta?
Bene.
Yes. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. 6 minutes. You say you want change, but you keep dragging the old you into your new life. All right? I think I actually had a different way to phrase that. You say you want change, but you refuse to let go of who you were. Both of the things, they mean the same thing, but you may hear it differently. So I like to do a little bit of both. That is massive. People want change, but they keep holding on to who they were before the change. So who they are now. They're not moving home. You're trying to level up your computer without changing the operating system. You know, it's never going to happen. People get stuck in this cycle. They live, say, 2 decades, 3 decades as this version of themselves. Typically, it's going to be a negative relationship with food, negative relationship with exercise. And they think, okay, I want to lose some fucking weight. I want to take this seriously. I'm going to lose some weight. Let's do the thing. They never first deal with the belief systems and identity that were keeping them stuck in the first place. Your identity ends up being like a magnet, like a fucking really strong magnet. If you make a couple small changes, you might be able to hang there for a couple of weeks, but the further you go away from that magnet, the harder it's going to pull you back. And every time it reefs you back, you're going to feel like shit because it's going to hit you real hard for one. You're going to feel like a failure. And that's going to, again, in turn, cement that identity that you are somebody that just can't follow through. This is just how the way, this is just the way you are going to be for the rest of your life. It keeps getting cemented and cemented and cemented. I'm going to go back to another suitcase thing. It's like every single belief system you have, they're like suitcases. They're like big, fucking huge, bulky briefcases that you're taking, that you're lugging around with you day to day. To get to that new identity, you've got to walk through this narrow door that's only enough for you and you only. If you're dragging these briefcases, one briefcase is full of all these bricks that say, I'm always a fat kid. Another briefcase is full of all these bricks that say, I'm never going to achieve anything that's noteworthy in my life. You hold another briefcase that says, I just have a shit relationship with food. Food sucks, but I just need to not eat that's the only way to lose weight. You're holding all these briefcases and suitcases that say all this fucking bullshit about you. And you're living with that. Every single doorway that you try to get through, there's no fucking chance you're squeezing through. You might get a couple legs through, you might get your head through, but you're constantly going to be dragged back until you drop those. And it's a lot harder than it seems. It's not actually that easy because it's going to take a lot of ego death, I guess you could call it. It's going to be a lot of self-reflection and understanding what you actually believe for one, which is kind of hard to find out unless you're asking the right questions. Being okay with letting that go, which is the next thing, which is even harder than the first bit. And then making sure you're reinforcing a new identity. All of those things are actually really, really difficult to do. And it takes time, it takes consistency, and it's not going to be able to be a quick fix. There's no chance. So it's important that you understand that if you do want to create lasting change, you must first let go of who you were. You must first let go of the things that were holding you back there. You have this house. You have this house that is your old identity. If you're trying to get a new identity that's down the street or maybe in another country or maybe another suburb, you're renting in that new place, you still have to move back home. People often try to paint the walls. They might put some new windows in to try to make it seem like a new identity. Oh, this is who I am now. It's great. Once that paint starts cracking, you're still the old you. You must sell that fucking house. Knock down that house and rebuild, or sell the house and move to a new fucking house. The only way to do that is by literally meticulously breaking down your old identity. So making sure you understand how your relationship with food is and why it is the way it is. Was it from childhood? What made you that way? Find out what your relationship with yourself is and exercise this whole area of your life. Understand why is it actually fucked up? What's going on there? Is it just that I've been reinforcing these shitty beliefs because of constant trying and failing? Am I reinforcing it like that? You need to break down each belief and tell yourself and understand and ask, why is that bullshit? Prove to yourself that it is bullshit. Then find out who you ideally want to be. What is the result that you want? And who do you need to become to be able to achieve that? Not only achieve it, but achieve it and maintain that result. Who must I actually become? If I'm the person that has a shit relationship with food now, how does my relationship with food look as that version of myself with that result? I'm somebody that can be black and white with my food. I have a good relationship with calories and macros. I eat for health and for nutrition and for enjoyment. I do not binge. I don't mask my emotions with food. Cool. Start stacking these little beliefs that new version of you has. Then in every scenario, start making small progress towards the lifestyle that person lives. When things hit the fucking fan, like we spoke about in the last point, when shit gets rough, ask yourself, how would that ideal version of me, how would that version of me handle this situation? If you're feeling really, really shit and you're feeling like an emotional binge when, like, say, maybe chocolate or whatever your poison is, you're feeling like a breakdown and having a binge. How would I handle that? How would I approach that as that new version of me? I'm thinking about skipping the gym. How would my new version handle that situation? You're never going to nail it every time, but slowly and surely get it better or something. Slowly but surely do better every time. All right? Just making sure that every time you're making a decision, think, how would my new version handle this? Before you know it, might take a couple months, might take 6 months, might take a few years. That will become your new identity. With enough repetition, your reality becomes your identity.
Very good. Very good. I love that little analogy with the suitcase. That's a good one.
You like that one?
Yeah. Carrying it through, especially the narrow door. It's so true. All this baggage, all this mental load that you're carrying of your past self through, thinking that you can keep going through life with all this weight in your back and, I'm going to be this new person when all this is just hanging off you. It reminds me a lot of this quote. It was from Alex Hormozzi, and he says, is like stacks. I'm going to butcher this, but
I love when it pops up. You only have like half of it.
Yeah. I'm sure you can piece out the rest of it. It was like, stack undeniable proof so much that you are the person that you say you are, something like that. Provide so much proof.
Yes, it becomes unrealistic to not become that version of yourself.
Pretty much like that. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you're giving yourself is so much proof to say that you are that person, and how much do we talk about? Improving your average over time. It's not an overnight change. It is a meticulous, meticulous improvement over time. That's going to be like 3 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. It's going to keep moving forward, but over time, that average is going to improve. You just need to keep stacking undeniable proof that you're that person. And keep reminding yourself of that. I think it's really important when you're shifting identities is to recognize the wins that come along with it. Because even though that when you have those stories that you create with this in your brain that you're like, I'm this person, I'm a failure, whatever it may be, we have this. It's like it almost is like a reticular activating system where we only see the bad shit in our lives. I only see myself as this. Everything about what I do sucks. So if you're stacking positive proof, all this proof that you say, no, I am this person, and recognizing those wins, then you start to shift your focus into, I can see more wins now. Okay, I don't see myself as a failure now. I see myself as a winner. That's the flip side of the same coin, And that, again, this is all skill making. This is all deep learning, but also skill. It's something it's a practice. Just like how you learn about food or learn about, routine with training. Like, it makes it easier when people say, just eat well and train, because these are actions that you can actually see physical change. But a lot of this stuff is not very physical per se. It's a lot of deeper inner work, and it's very subjective. So you need to be able to show yourself that you can be accountable to making those changes, especially when it comes to seeing those, new wins of a new person, So it is hard. It is very hard.
It's tough, and it's confronting as well.
Hugely.
People really try to avoid self-reflection, let alone levels of self-reflection that are that uncomfortable, because you're getting totally real with yourself. You're getting completely real with yourself. You're getting raw with yourself, and you're going to bring some shit up that could be quite traumatizing, particularly when it comes to this area of your life, your health and fitness area. A lot of ways people are conditioned in this area are from traumatic situations and experiences, and it's, I do recommend talking to a psychologist, seeing somebody that can give you a bit of guidance and guide you through that shit if you are worried about how you are going to handle that. A lot of people do, when they do start uncovering things, they shell up and completely avoid it because it's incredibly uncomfortable. So, making sure that I guess the first step is just asking yourself the question, why am I the way I am? Why actually? And knowing that regardless of the situation that you're in, you can definitely change it.
Yeah.
People definitely often think this is the way I am and genuinely believe it. That's just how I am. It's in my fucking genes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can have, your DNA give you a little bit of a predisposition to be X way, but nothing's locked in. Nothing's set in stone. You can condition whatever the fuck you want when we're looking at belief systems identity. So, some things are just harder than others, and some people will have it way harder than others. But does that mean that you don't do whatever you can do to change it, to improve your quality of life? Or do you just leave it there and be like, nah, this is the way I am. This is gonna be how I am for my kids. This is gonna be how I am for my partner. This is how I am gonna be for, anybody else that comes into contact with me for the rest of my life. Fuck that. At least make the small changes happen. Just the small things that we talk about, and just give it a go. What's the worst that could fucking happen?
Yeah, nice. We're big fans of this, as you can see. And you know what? This has obviously come from experience as well. Especially with the identity stuff like that. I still go through stages of where I have to really reflect back and look back to see who the fuck am I. You know what I mean? Like, because things just change. Your May standards might change. Like, even with my personal experiences with going into, I'm 4 years in my own business and stuff like that. That was a big shift in a lot of what I had to learn about myself. I'm still trying to learn now. We're all trying to figure it out. So it is all, if it's relevant to you and you want to make a change, you want to commit to the change, know that it's possible to change. Just got to find the direction of how to do it. That's why, yeah, absolutely right. Speak to someone, be open to that. I'm a big fan of that. We're both big fans of that. Talk to a coach who's walked that same road, but also has a framework that can help you there with the support. Especially potty, like you're listening right now.
100%. You guys are in the right spot. Just make sure you fucking do something with it and don't waste another year. Just send the message, make the commitment, talk to somebody, whoever it needs to be, just fucking do something. Just don't do the same thing that you were doing before. Not without dealing with the fucking foundations first.
Correct.
Danny did not make a fucking move that whole time.
I was too immersed in the fucking episode, man.
Yeah, I know.
Which one did you do? Oh, you didn't tell.
I took your castle, man. Took your rook.
Well,
oh, you're not going to not make a move today, are you?
That's the episode.
Are you going to go through a full fucking episode with no?
Well, I don't want
to. Again.
Hang on.
Fuck. I cut out the section that you made the move last time.
Relax, man. Relax. Okay. That is the episode. We hope you enjoyed this new episode and these polarizing opinions. Did you get something out of it? Did you listen to this and you're like, fuck, that is confronting? Or maybe I don't agree with this at all. We'd love to hear it all because we are all about everyone hearing and everyone has a voice. We can all listen to, we can all chat about shit, right? So if you're on YouTube and you're looking at our faces right now, leave a like and subscribe to us. And if you're on Spotify, leave 5 stars. And also, again, you can comment on both platforms, your questions, your experiences, and also a bit of feedback as well. We'd love to hear it all. We do this every week. We've been doing this for about a year and almost a year and a half now. No, a bit of like a year and a bit. So
yeah, that's crazy.
We're doing this, man.
That's insane.
We're not going anywhere. So
bloody hell.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
What you still doing here?
Yeah, I know.
That's fucking crazy.
You fucking leave. This is the episode. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye, friends. Big loves.
Should I do on the next
You should probably do a move. Fuck. I reckon at least one.